سروران ارجمند، سلام عرض میکنم حضور یکایک شما مهمانان گرامی. بسیار خوش آمدین به برنامه امشب. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Sharona Nazarian from Radio Iran KIRN 670 AM Sales Department. I'd like to welcome you all to Iranian Jewish Women Organization Women of the Year celebration. This organization has its roots since 1947 in Iran and in the United States raises awareness of our dual heritage and culture, values, and empowers women's advancement amongst many other charitable activities. Tonight, in this beautiful ballroom of Beverly Wilshire Hotel, we have interesting and full program for you. Please enjoy of this event. Now I would like to ask Ms. Sabrina Halabi with her amazing voice to come up and perform United States and Israel National Anthem, and then Mrs. Nicole Farnoosh Manshiri, a community activist, to come up and perform a Iran. Stand up. لطفاً برپا خیزید. خواهش می‌کنم.
Testing. Please feel free to sing along if you would like to the Hatikvah. Sorry.
تشریف بیارن آهنگ ایران.
ای ایران، ای مرز پرگوهر،
جان من فدای خاک میهنم
much, thank you, Sabrina.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars on the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red light, loved ones bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
What a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. Thank you. دوستان لیست برنامه‌های امشب روی میز همگی هستش. اگر دوست داشتید برنامه امشب رو بدونید چه برنامه‌ای پشت سر هم میاد روی میزتون هست.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First, I'd like to say, can we all take a moment and be thankful that we're going to get the hostages home soon? Israel High. Right now, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Shahla. Where'd she go? Sorry, she left me up here. This is my first time. I'd like to introduce Ms. Shahla Javdan, President of the Iranian Jewish Women's Organization and one of my mentors, as well as many of our mentors at the next generation, yes. Ms. Javdan, for a lifetime, we'd like to thank her for her lifetime services. She has received numerous awards from both Iranian and American national organizations, including the Congress of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the amazing Sharona Nazarian.
For the first. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our distinguished guests, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to, on behalf of the Board of Iranian Jewish Women's Organization, welcome you. We are thrilled to be with you on this incredibly historical day when we feel a millenniums-old dream of peace can come true. خوش آمدید، صفا آوردید، قدم بر چشم ما نهادید. Happy Sukkot, which Sukkot always follows the festival of Mehriga. Doostan, centuries and centuries ago, in the magical and mystical kingdom of Rumi, Khayyam, and Shahnameh, the laws of the land were inscribed in the first Charter of Human Rights by King Cyrus the Great. Respect to individual rights for all was so prevalent that women also have the right to sovereignty. Women such as Irlandov and Azamido ruled the country as kings with wisdom and power and protected every individual's right. The love of freedom and liberty ran in every man and woman's blood. Unfortunately, the evil darkness of backwardness overcame the lights of modernity for centuries and centuries out. Yet, although the rights of women, such as to be educated and educate their daughters and have a say in running their kids' life, were tossed out, their dream of freedom, education, and respect for others' belief could never die. The legacy of Cyrus the Great has continued to live quietly in their heart, even if it means running barefoot in the streets of Tehran with or without head cover and accepting the punishment of losing an eye to demand their freedom. And regardless of all that limitations, generations of mothers kept raising educated daughters who can conquer the world. Just look at us now. If those backwards powers could only see you now. So with much pride, this evening, IJWO is honoring their first Iranian Jewish woman serving as the mayor in the most prestigious city of the most powerful country on earth. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am thrilled to present to you today the Honorable Mayor of City of Beverly Hills, Dr. Sharona Nazarian. Our Honorable Mayor Sharona Nazarian's innovating ideas, commitment and accomplishment has added a golden new chapter to our history in our beloved country of USA. And to define a true superwoman, Dr. Sharona Khanum, our distinguished mayor, is as well a proud mother of 3 accomplished young men, plus a caring wife and a daughter. Sharona, you are a source of pride for all of us. A warm welcome to you and your family. Please rise and take a stand. At this time, we are thrilled to honor another Iranian Jewish woman, Dr. Jeannine Rahimian Sehati. At such a young age, Dr. Sehati is a professor and vice chair of OBGYN Department of David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, an Iranian woman, a professor in one of the most respected medical centers of the world. If only those people could see us now. Dr. Sehati, the granddaughter of the late and beloved Dr. Aziz Ibral, truly is as well a shining star in the ever-growing field of science, knowledge, and medicine, and in the history of Iranian women as well. Dr. Sehati, like our Honorable Mayor, is also a loving mother, daughter, and wife. Dr. Sehati has brilliantly excelled in every step of her education and has earned the trust and respect of all. We are so proud of you. Please stand up and be recognized. Okay, now a very sincere word to our both honorees, our dear honorees, our organization, and the community together honor you for your stark dedication, achievement, and inspirational passion in serving your community. Yet above all, and please listen to this, during these polarized and twisted, not to mention challenging times in our lives, we cannot help but cherish the fact that you are the voice of sound and reason, representing both your Persian and your Jewish roots, as you cement the undeniable historic commitment and biblical ties between the two ancient people. Iranian people and Iranian Jewish people, we all are one. Our plaque dedication ceremony will take place right after dinner. Now, at this time, it thrills me to offer my deepest gratitude. First, please, the article of our story in our tribute book. IJWO annually presents our Woman of the Year honorees the prestigious Shamsi Hekmat Award. This is done in remembrance of an incredible powerhouse leader of IJWO who expanded the involvement of our organization worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, IJWO is thrilled and proud to be introducing and presenting to you the just published book of memoir of Mrs. Hekmat. And listen to this. Just like in Shakespearean tales, Mrs. Hekmat's talented and loving son, Mr. David Hekmat, spent years and years, and truly a decade, locating and integrating the pieces of her mother's handwritten and rewritten daily memoirs. Mr. Hekmat and his loving wife, Sohila Khanum, left no stone unturned. They wanted to document every details of her story-like life so the world could share her unique experiences. And we are so grateful for Mr. Hekmat and their entire family for publishing this book. And as if this gift were not enough, Mr. Hekmat is donating all the proceeds of tonight's sales towards our charitable project. Please stand up and be recognized. unbelievably consistent with assisting myself and our dear Mrs. Tahiri, who did an outstanding job with our tribute book. Bravo, David. Bravo, Mary John. دیوید جان، پسر کو ندارد نشان از مادر بستان. Apple does not fall far from the tree. Next, I'd like to give a warm thank you, this is personal, to our past presidents who have stood by my side every step of the way. Mrs. Elisa Haravi, Nahid Pirnazar, Louise Gulshan, and Mehri Tahiri. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your caring and dedication. Your friendship means the world to me. Now, our good friend Natasha Hekmati, our previous honoree, thank you and thank you for your friendship and helping hand, and no matter what she does, she says, I did nothing, I do it for everybody. Also to our passionate members of the board for being such a team player, for their tireless effort. A big thank you to Shimon Zakur Blackstone, Navid Malekmer, Zohar Alizari, Ninu Kutar, Giti Barkhordar, Shaheen Ishaqpur, Nasrin Khale Naziri, Nahid Islamali, Shahdani Pravesh, Nizat Khalili, Soraya Mobin. I hope I have not forgotten anybody. And now the best and last one. What a dream come true. I proudly and formally, please listen to this, this is very important to us. I proudly and formally announce the birth of our next generation. So my heartfelt thanks go to our young professional group, IJWO Next Generation, for your enthusiasm, commitment, love in Tukum Olam or healing the world. You are our future and our present at the same time. And at last, a very personal thank you. We started thinking about, first generation, please stand up. Come on, everybody, stand up. Don't be shy, don't be shy. I need it. Okay. Finally, the last personal thank. I'd like to thank my own family. My husband, my two sons, David and Ray, my daughter, Mona Jafan, and my sister, Mahnaz Rani. This project started in 2024, and they have been supporting me every step of the way. Love. I love you all, and thank you for your support. We cannot get to any of our goals without your support. Thank you for being here. Happy surviving.
Thank you so much. This is Sharona Nazarian, President of Iranian Jewish Women Organization. بسیار ممنون از این اسپیچ خیلی قشنگتون. متشکرم.
First, I'd like to say, look at how far we've come as Iranian Jewish women, but I mean, who's surprised really? Especially from this table, next generation, from our originals, and to Sharona, and of course this happens when I want to say your name, because this is my dear friend that I've known forever. Oh my God, please Miss OBGYN, head of everything. Okay, this is why you don't give me the mic. Every year, our honoree receives the prestigious Shamsi Hekmat Award. We are honored that IJWO is presenting the just published memoir, Mrs. Hekmat. What better way for this book to be introduced than by her own firstborn granddaughter, Nazila June. Please come up. Please salute me.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you. It's not an easy task for me to talk about the book tonight, because, as many of you know, my grandmother was one of the most powerful and eloquent speakers. The book that you are able to purchase tonight, and not available anywhere else, is a detailed story of her personal life, her achievements, her community service, and her love for her family. Some pages may make you laugh, and some may bring tears. What many may not know, that is, no matter how busy she was with her commitments to various organizations and her school, she always found time for her family and us, her grandchildren. She would make a point of taking each of us on a one-on-one trip. I had the privilege of accompanying her to Europe to visit her siblings when I was just 12 years old, and to Israel when I was 21. This book has been years in the making. My grandmother began writing her memoir in Iran, but had to destroy it, along with many pictures and documents, at the onset of the revolution, fearing for her life. She started to rewrite it when she moved to Los Angeles. My brother Navid and cousin Raymond helped type it up, and my uncle Kwame put together the first draft in 2012 and shared it with family members. Years later, my uncle David dedicated himself to expand it by gathering even more documents, stories, writings, and historical photos, many in color, to put together and edit a comprehensive account of her rich and complicated, yet humble life. In this process, Mrs. Qaida Sami, a professor of Iranian studies at Columbia University, assisted him by spending more than 1,000 hours shaping the story as chief editor. It was a labor of love for both of them to create a truthful book, not only about her accomplishments, but to reveal details of her personal life, as my grandmother wished. With Mr. Bijan Khalili's assistance with the layout, cover, and print, the book details how almost 80 years ago, at the age of only 28, with the help of 10 other brave women, the Iranian Jewish Ladies Organization was founded. And how the daycare centers, the parvarishgahs, were established in the Ma'adet. Furthermore, it describes how only 4 years later, my grandmother established the Hekmat International School, where children of ambassadors, royalty, ministers, and industrialists studied together along with children from different faiths and economic backgrounds in a rich learning environment. People in Tehran used to say, only half-jokingly, if you want to have a chance to get your child into the Hekmat school, you better register when you're pregnant. You will also learn how, as a key member of the Women's Organization of Iran, Sazman Zanan Iran, headed by Princess Ashraf Pahlavi, she represented Iran throughout the world and advanced not only Jewish society, but Iran and Iranian women as well. After reading the book, Mrs. Angela Madahi wrote to David, "What a pleasure it was reading the book from the perspective of someone who knew and admired her and as a future rabbi. While your mother questioned her ability to juggle it all, I see only humility. Her story is not only useful to represent the Persian Jewish community, but valuable to the global leadership." Sohaila Adadipour, an accomplished author herself, wrote, "The book is done extremely well. I am amazed and so touched by her selfless approach towards everything and her loving heart. As Khanum Javdan mentioned, the Hekmat family has donated the books for this event, and all proceeds go to charity. Tonight is your chance to purchase this book, share it, and let her story inspire you as she inspired us. Thank you all."
Jeannine, I did not forget you. I just had a senior moment. I love you, just so you know. I love you. We would like to now invite our distinguished honorees to come up to recite the blessings of the bread. Accompanying them are Mrs. Mina Kutal, Mrs. Sharona Nazarian, and Mrs. Navid Malik Meher in honor of their just loved ones. Ladies, if I've called your name and you can make it here for the blessings, please come up. Mrs. Mina Kutal, Mrs. Sharona Nazarian, and Mrs. Navid Malik Meher.
شهناز خانم نصیر لطفا تشریف بیارید. خانم مینو کوتار، خانم نوید و خانم شهین لطفا تشریف بیارید برای هماکسی. بفرمایید بالا. Iranian dancer. Her professional dancing career began at the age of 19 years after she immigrated from India. Dancing for women is forbidden in our country, Iran, and India gave her the freedom to follow her passion. برای خانم کوثر عباسی یک از رقصندگان بسیار برجسته هستند که ایشون متاسفانه در کشور خودمون اجازه رقصیدن نداشتن. خانم‌ها نمیتونستن برقصن. ایشون از سن 19 سالگی در کشور هند رقصیدن رو شروع کردن. بسیار زیبا میرقصن و میتونن تدریس رقص هم بکنن و چقدر خوشحالیم امشب که با گروه دف دلنوازان گروه دفشون امشب این رقص رو اجرا میکنن با سرپرستی و دف نوازی آقای مسیح. خانم و آقایان لطفاً تشریف بفرمایید. کوثر دنس از گروه دف نوازان آقای مسیح. خواهش میکنم تشریف بیارید. مشتاق دیدار شما هستم. بفرمایید. بسیار لذت بردید از این رقص بسیار زیبای پرسربنز و گروه دفنوازان. خیلی قشنگ بود. متشکرم. This time I would like to ask Miss Gala Nazarian Sehati. Miss Gala Nazarian Sehati to come up and read the bio of our Honorable Mayor Dr. Sharona Nazarian.
But rather by the presence of clear strengths. Dr. Sharona Nazarian, a daughter of Iranian immigrants, with her educational accomplishments and community achievements, have made it to the highest position of one of the most prosperous communities in America, Beverly Hills. In June 2022, she became the first Iranian-American Jewish councilwoman and mayor in the history of Beverly Hills. Sharona has received her BA in psychology and sociology from USC, and her doctorate in clinical psychology from Indiana University. Her community involvement is also quite impressive. To name a few, she was the president of the Beverly Hills Rotary Club, co-president of Beverly Hills City Association, and a board member of Maple Counseling Center. Sharona has also achieved much public service experience by having served on the Beverly Hills Public Works and Human Relations Commission, initiating the reduction of plastic use ordinance, in addition to being the chairperson of the LA County Commission for Alcohol and Other Drugs. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Mayor Nazarian is a fearless, anti-crime advocate, a pro-business official with a vision of creating unity and safety throughout Beverly Hills and beyond. Her collaboration with LA County DA, Nathan Hekmat, is one such example. Sharona has been vocal and courageous on issues where other public officials have been silent. She has launched the Never Again Is Now initiative to educate and combat anti-Semitism. She is currently active on the Beverly Hills October 7th Memorial Committee. Mayor Nazarian's leadership and activism have also been recognized by many, including the Israel Bonds Photo Mayor's Woman of Valor Award, an American Muslim and multi-faith Women's Empowerment Council in Washington, D.C. I now direct your attention to a short video about this energetic and hard-working mayor, Sharona Nazarian.
Iranian-American woman mayor of Beverly Hills. It's a very high-profile position to be in. How do you manage your time between family, work, personal self-care, socializing? How do you prioritize?
It's a big honor to be able to serve my community. I love community and living in Beverly Hills, so this is not anything I ever planned. I think just like any other person managing their life, you need to prioritize. For me, family always comes first. It always has, and it always will. My allegiance to Beverly Hills and the support that I give to my community and my residents, the constituents, everyone in Beverly Hills. It's extremely important to be able to be their voice. And I'm really proud to be able to be in this position.
What were some of the more specific challenges, maybe?
You know, I think that in anything you do in life, there are always challenges, there are always obstacles, and it's how you view them. I worked very hard to get to where I am today. People think that it came very easily. You know, as an immigrant, we have to work 3 times as hard as anybody else. We've been taught to keep our heads down and to keep a low profile and just move on and do your thing. For me, since I was a child, I was always taught that education is the most important thing. And so I've always tried to allow my work to speak for itself. I never want to be the first Iranian or the first woman or the first Jewish Iranian American woman. For me, it's important that I was the best candidate for the job. And I experienced a lot of obstacles, just like we all do, and just kept pushing through to get to where I am. I knocked on 3,100 doors. I had some challenges that were faced and that were put towards me, but I always wanted to lead with integrity, with courage, with strength, and not to allow negativity to affect my decision making. I always stayed true to the course, and I would always say that I believe in a higher power. If it's meant to be, it's going to happen, and if it doesn't, that's okay.
I know you mentor a lot also.
So many young girls send me emails and they want to come see me, want to meet with me. I have a very busy schedule, but never too busy to be available for our youth and for our next generation. So anytime they ask to come to the office or get a tour of City Hall or come to events, I always invite them to come to City Council meetings or to come to events or come just watch and learn to try to be a positive influence on the next generation. I think it's such an honor for me. I'm just so humbled by it, and I'm so excited by it.
Are there any misconceptions or unrealistic expectations, you think?
You know, I think being a woman is a blessing. We have the most important role in the world to raise the next generation, to bring life into this world. We have that compassion and kindness. And for me, I try to encompass all of that in the way that I govern and in the way that I lead. The hardest thing in my job is to be everything to everyone at all times. I'm very proud of the family that my husband Daniel and I have raised. We have 3 sons, and it's exciting to see them moving on to the next stage in their life. I think it's important to support them in their journey, and that's always been a priority of mine. And I was very happy to be a mother to my children. I raised them.
Amazing mother.
Thank you.
Wonderful children.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think that's the biggest compliment ever when somebody tells you that you've raised good human beings to be good citizens in the world. That's really a gift. And it takes one to know one, by the way. I don't think it's possible to have success if you are raising kids without being able to have a good support network around you, whether it's to have a partner or a spouse or family members or a community to be able to move through the various life stages. I didn't mention my beloved mother. She was always my biggest advocate. She was always my biggest supporter. Her voice always plays in my ear. And without her encouraging me and telling me that anything is possible, I would not be where I am today. In a world that's so divided right now, I think it's more important than ever that we lead with courage and strength and moral clarity. But more importantly, I think that for me, it's important to also lead with heart and with kindness. I feel that we get much farther in life when we use our heart to move forward. I'm really humbled and honored to be able to be with you all tonight. Thank you so much for this recognition. I never planned on being in a position like this, and I think that there is a purpose for all of us. It's my honor and privilege to be able to serve the community that I love and to be a voice for our community, whether it's the Women Life Freedom Movement, to be a voice for our sisters, or after the October 7th massacre, to be a voice for our Jewish community through my Never Again Is Now initiative to stand up against hate, discrimination, and anti-Semitism. I will continue to serve as a voice. Thank you for your support and your kindness. I will continue to lead with courage, strength, and much love.
با سپاس فراوان بسیار ممنون هستیم از خانم رکسانا رستگار، the multi-talented artist of our community و همکار بسیار عزیز در رادیو ایران KIRM 670 که این اینترویو رو انجام دادن و تشکر و سپاس از آقای حجت پناه که این ویدیو رو حاضر کردن. And video has been created by Mr. Abbas Hajia, Hojat Panah, the expert, documents, biographies, producer, and very talented artist. بسیار متشکریم آقای حجت پناه، همیشه با ما همکاری دارید، خیلی ممنونم و سپاس فراوان از رکسانای عزیز برای اینکه این مصاحبه رو با خانم شارونا نظریان انجام دادن و بعد هم ویدیو با اینترویوی خانم دکتر جنین حتما پخش خواهد شد. متشکرم. دعوت میکنم از خانم شهلا جاودان لطفا تشریف بیارید خانم جاودان که برنامه رو شروع کنیم و سپاس و تقدیر از شارونا نظریان عزیز که امشب بسیار افتخار دادن این دو بانوی فرهیخته و دعوت ما رو پذیرفتن و اونجا تشریف آوردن. سپاس فراوان.
Sharona Nazarian, our artists are standing there to accompany you to the stage. Please come. IJWO honors Dr. Sharona Nazarian, Honorable Mayor of Beverly Hills, as the Woman of the Year 2025. For your outstanding social and civil accomplishments, enhancing the image of Iranian women with the Shamsi Hekmat Award.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. It's such a joy to be here with all of you in this gorgeous ballroom, and we're at the iconic Beverly Wilshire Hotel among the most remarkable women, leaders, visionaries who embody the very best of our community. And also to the men who are joining us tonight. Thank you for being brave enough to step into a room full of powerful women and wise enough to cheer us all on. To my fellow honoree, Jeannine Mazel Tov. We've known each other since we were teenagers. And it's such an honor for me to be able to stand here tonight and to share this evening with such a deserving, intelligent, incredible lady like yourself. Thank you so much for all that you do for our community. I love you so much. I want to begin by thanking the Iranian American Jewish Women's Organization, President Shahla Javdan, and the spectacular, incredible board of this incredible organization, including our young leaders. You guys are incredible. Thank you for all of your zahmat. Thank you so much for everything that you've done to make this room look so beautiful, and I'm very grateful. So, the work that this organization does is to empower and celebrate women by shedding light on their extraordinary achievements. And you could look at all of the past honorees in this incredible book to see the remarkable women that have been honored before us. You're all remarkable and you're pillars in our community, and I look up to each and every single one of you. So to be included in that list is truly an honor. And of course, Mrs. Hekmat of blessed memory, whose legacy I am humbled and so honored to uphold through this award tonight. I applaud you and your entire family. Thank you for everything that you've done. You know, these extraordinary women teach us that leadership begins with service. When women raise their voices together, we can do much more than simply cook garma sabzi or put a fabulous dinner together. We can move mountains, and that's exactly what these women do. When I look into this room, I see generations of Iranian American women, both Jewish and non, who have built bridges between cultures, between communities, between who we are and who we are proudly evolving into. I am the first Iranian American woman to serve as the mayor of Beverly Hills. My journey was not an easy one, nor was it the path that I took lightly. I was filled with challenges, but also with so much excitement and hope. As an immigrant, as a woman, as someone who came to this country due to religious persecution, I know firsthand what it means to long to have a voice and to use that voice to make a difference. When I raised my hand to take the oath so knowing that I was standing on the shoulders of women just like all of you. Women who have quietly, tirelessly worked to create a better tomorrow for their children and for our people. I am very humbled to accept this award. You see, we live in a community with remarkable leaders, so many in this very room. I don't see my position as a spotlight. I see it as a reflection. A reflection of all the incredible women who work every single day to make a difference. They're just starting to notice, you know, from their families, for our communities, and for all these worthy causes. We have witnessed our brave sisters making a difference, leading global movements. Women who shout, Zan Zindagi Azadi, women, life, freedom. Standing up to the cruelties of the Islamic Republic with the only weapons that they have, their soul, their spirit, and their courage. We have also mourned for our sisters who were dehumanized and used as pawns during the October 7th massacre. Women who endured unspeakable brutality and vicious attacks. You see, our sisters' pain must not be forgotten. In fact, her strength must be our call to action as a community. In my role, I carry that responsibility deeply. Through my Never Again Is Now, we stand up to hate, discrimination, and anti-Semitism in all its forms. Just this week, we had a dedication ceremony for the first permanent memorial in the world dedicated to honor the victims of October 7th. As mayor, I am proud to represent a city that leads with moral clarity, a city that takes action even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. I also want to speak about something close to my heart, the importance of mothers. We're in a room full of ladies. I lost my beloved mother 20 years ago. She showed me that true leadership isn't about recognition. It's about heart, humanity, humility, and courage. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. When she passed, I realized that motherhood is the most important job in the world. It is where leadership begins, at the kitchen table, with love, patience, thousands of little lessons that form and shape the next generation. Our mothers are the quiet architects of our future. And I hope every young woman here knows that raising a child or helping others raise a child is not just a personal act. It's nation building. It's world building. And it's far more fulfilling than any title or accolade could ever be. And speaking of family, for those of you who know me well, know that I grew up in a sea of men. My amazing father, my wonderful husband, my 2 brothers, my 3 sons. They've all surrounded me with love and strength, and I want to thank them for knowing how to support, knowing how to honor, and knowing how to encourage strong women. For confident men who cheer us on, not because we are women, but because you see the purpose and value that we bring to the world. To my family and so many friends, you have humbled me tonight. I am so incredibly grateful. You are my compass, you are my heart. I'm just, every face that I see lights up my heart, and I'm at a loss for words. I want to thank you all for being here and for supporting me as women, as Jews, as Iranians, as Americans, our stories are all intertwined. Stories of resilience, stories of reinvention, stories of grit. We are the daughters of the exiles and the mothers of leaders. We carry the wisdom of the past and the courage to shape the future. Let's continue to be each other's champions, to lead with compassion, and to unite with so much love. Because when Iranian American women lead, we don't just break glass ceilings, we rebuild the entire room. Thank you for this incredible honor from the bottom of my heart. I'm humbled. I'm Yisrael Chai, Zan Zendegi Azadi. Thank you so much.
Very dear Dr. Sharona Nazarian, our mayor and Beverly Hills. What a beautiful speech. Thank you, Sharona. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Dr. Jeannine Rahimian. I have to tell you, it's not easy running a city, especially with Persian Jews in it. We're amazing, but also great job, Sharona. And now I would like to my dear friends, and I have to tell you probably that all of you worked hard, but she's really been behind the scenes doing a lot for this event. Firuza June, please come up.
Wow, what a beautiful crowd. My name is Dr. Firuza Rahimian, and on behalf of the Iranian Jewish Women's Organization, I want to most wholeheartedly welcome you all. First, I'd like to give a shout out to this incredible group here, our Next Generation Wellness Committee. Incredible group of intelligent, hardworking, just incredibly supportive women, and I am just so honored to be amongst you all. Thank you. I also want to tell you that the Wellness Committee is very excited to announce our upcoming event. Thanks to the generosity of Mr. and Mrs. Shokrian, the IJWO Wellness Committee is hosting an event on October 26th, that's Sunday, October 26th, and you will find, please look for our flyers. The event is specifically for young Iranian Jewish professionals, 21 plus, so please tell your young professionals, and we'd love for you all to join us. And now, I have the great honor and privilege to introduce one of the true shining stars of our community, Dr. Jeannine Rahimian Sehati. I am so blessed and so humbled to have known this extraordinary woman for so many years, as a friend, as a mentor, and as a physician. Jeannine, with her kind heart and beautiful smile, will dance and laugh with you at all the happy moments in your life, and will always, always hold your hand and stand with you during the difficult times. She's an exceptional wife, mother, daughter, sister, friend, and of course, physician. So, let me tell you a little bit about her professional life. Dr. Jeannine Rahimian Sehati, MD, MBA, is a practicing obstetrician and gynecologist at UCLA Health and a professor of obstetrics and gynecology at the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA. She earned her bachelor's in science in biology, summa cum laude, from UCLA in 1995. Before completing both her MD and MBA degrees from the UCLA David Geffen School of Medicine and the Anderson School of Management in 2000. Following the completion of her residency in obstetrics and gynecology at UCLA in 2004, Dr. Rahimian Sehati joined the UCLA faculty. Since 2018, she has held the position of Vice Chair in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at UCLA. She resides in Los Angeles with her wonderful husband, Dr. Nujan Sehati, and their two beautiful children, Layla, 18, and Benjamin, 16. We're now going to watch a wonderful clip of an interview with Jeannine, so stay tuned. Thank you all.
So I always wonder how high achievers and high accomplished people like you prioritize between work and family life, because that's a big challenge as a woman, as a mother, as a wife.
In an ideal world, you would be able to do 100% of everything you want to do for work and 100% of everything that you want to do for your family. And I think over the years I have figured out ways to be able to really give my all to both worlds. And in the times that there are conflicts between me needing to be present for one or the other, I always put my family first. And I think that that comes from my upbringing and from having role models in my life, having working women role models in my life. So I did grow up with a working mother. My mom, she had gotten a master's degree in microbiology and then worked in real estate. And I was even fortunate enough to have a grandmother who had somewhat of a career. You know, my grandmother was raised in Iran at a time when there was not much support or, you know, even allowance for women to get an education. So she would wait until everybody in the house was asleep and then study with the light of the moon, because she didn't want to turn on her bedroom light so no one else would wake up in the house. So she would use the moonlight to study and eventually get a doctorate degree in pharmacology.
But what were some of your challenges that you had as a person to overcome?
That's a great question. You know, I really was very fortunate that I had amazingly supportive parents. My family, you know, they moved to the U.S. before the revolution, so they were here in 1971, so I was actually born in the U.S. Somehow, even from a very young age, I remember being 10 or 11 years old, and when people would ask me, what do you want to do, or I just always said, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. I think that the Iranian Jewish community is amazing, but there's also a lot of expectations of what your role is as an Iranian Jewish woman. And first and foremost, the role is to be a mother, to be a wife. And I think especially when my kids were younger, and I was balancing a full-time career, you know, and a challenging career, where I had the expectation of being on labor and delivery, delivering baby, doing 12-hour shifts or 24-hour shifts? Am I being the best mom that I can be? Am I being the best wife that I can be? Am I being the best doctor that I can be? And you know, it was quite a juggling act. It was very much a juggling act, and I think there were a lot of periods of self-doubt. I was doing everything to my best ability, with integrity, with honesty, with trying my best in all aspects. And so what that afforded me was that some of my job duties did not require me to be in person. While I have a very busy clinical practice seeing patients and delivering babies and doing surgeries, I also had some of my job that was administrative, which meant that I could be doing call schedules or emails at 2 in the morning, right? And so I would do a lot of my work at night, and in fact I remember kind of spending a lot of nights either on call or doing work at night, again, to give me 3 days to be a present parent.
But my question is, what about you?
I think that is a really good question, because I think now I'm entering a different stage of life. You know, I just turned 50. My kids are older. My daughter just turned 18 and we just moved her into college, and my son is 16. So they're a lot more self-sufficient. And so now that I'm entering this stage, I do have a little bit more time, I think, to be focusing on self-care. You know, I am so incredibly honored and grateful for this award that I'm receiving from the Iranian Jewish Women Organization, because I really identify as an Iranian Jewish woman, and I am so fortunate to be part of this strong community, and really, in terms of having it all, I feel grateful that I've been able to have so much in my life, and thankful for the support from my husband, from my family, from my friends, everyone who's really encouraged me along the way and helped me to be where I am and be happy.
Thanks to dear Roxana again. Roxana رستگار مرسی. دعوت میکنم از سرکار خانم شهلا جاودان تشریف بیارین که مراسم را انجام بدیم.
Dr. Jeannine Rahimian Sehati, please give us the honor and join us on this stage. Again, on behalf of IJWO's board members, I'd like to read this flag that is made with love and respect. I remember when we honored your grandmother. God bless her soul. IJWO honors Dr. Jeannine Rahimian Sehati, MD, MBA, Vice Chair and Professor, OBGYN David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, as the Woman of the Year 2025. For her outstanding medical and academic accomplishments, enhancing the image of Iranian women with the Shamsi Hekmat Award.
Thank you for the very kind introductions. It is such an honor to receive the Shamsi Hekmat Award from the Iranian Jewish Women Organization alongside the Honorable Dr. Sharona Nazarian, my friend who, as she told us, we've known each other since we were teenagers and fortunate enough to be alongside women who have inspired each other and lifted each other up. I'm deeply grateful to the incredible committee members of the IJWO who have dedicated countless hours to make tonight's event so special and truly flawless. Your hard work and devotion shine through. Thank you. Being an Iranian Jewish woman has always been an immense source of pride for me. The strong female role models, both within my family and in the greater community, have been a source of inspiration throughout my life. Women like the esteemed Shansi Hekmat, as well as my grandmother, Dr. Aziz Ibrahim, and many others, many of whom serve on the Iranian Jewish Women Organization board, taught me the importance of service, education, pursuing a meaningful career, and above all, the value of family. These pioneering women showed me from a young age that education and having a career can go hand in hand with a strong marriage and family life. They gave me the confidence to pursue a path where I could serve others and make a meaningful impact without sacrificing what matters most. It would take hours and hours to properly thank everyone who has been a part of my journey and has inspired me along the way, but I would like to take a few minutes to highlight a few special ones. To my parents, Jeannine and Rahimian, who I am so blessed to have here tonight. I'm getting emotional. Thank you. You taught me and Paul by example the value of education, discipline to work hard, and above all, the importance of family. Your sacrifices have allowed us to pursue our dreams, and your unwavering support has always made us feel safe and loved. Your children's and your grandchildren's successes are a testament to your love and dedication. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. To my brother Paul, who has been a protector, mentor, and an advocate since the day I was born, thank you. Those who know him know that he is witty and creative, but also fiercely loyal and the most supportive brother, husband, father, and uncle I know. One of the greatest gifts you gave me was turning my best friend into my sister by marrying her. Hava, we have shared every imaginable milestone together since we were 12 years old. And I cannot imagine my life without you by my side. Hava and Paul, you have also given me the gift of two incredibly supportive nephews, Tyler and Colin, who we are missing very, very much tonight. I've also been very blessed to have an incredible and remarkable group of friends. I'm looking at all you guys here tonight who are here. Thank you, not only for being here tonight, but even more so for always showing up for me in good and bad times. I am lucky enough to have been friends with many of you for more than 30 years. And during these decades and decades of friendship, you have inspired me to be the best version of myself, often pushing me outside my comfort zone, reminding me to be true to myself, and lifting me up when life is less than perfect. I cherish you all and look forward to many more decades of friendship. Thank you to my wonderful in-laws, Esther and Ned Sehati, my sister-in-laws, Jeannine Rahimian Sehati. You have always showered me with an abundance of kindness, love, and respect, always treating me like a daughter and a sister. You are all the greatest support for me, Nujan, and our kids, and I am truly grateful. Of course, it was no surprise that I would have kind and supportive in-laws, as they were the ones who raised my one-of-a-kind husband and life partner. Nujan, without you, there is no way that I could have accomplished as much as I have in my career and my personal life. Your commitment to our family allowed me to truly have it all. We sure had some crazy years of balancing call schedules, dropping and picking up kids, going to soccer and basketball games, but we navigated it all together, and I would not change a single moment of the last 23 years together. I love you. It goes without saying that my biggest source of pride and joy, and what I am most grateful for, are my children, my daughter Layla and my son Benjamin. Layla, you are known for so many things, but what I love the most about you is your thoughtfulness for others, your integrity, and your drive. I have no doubt that you are on your way to achieving your own greatness, a well-balanced life as a strong, educated Iranian Jewish woman. I love you. Ben, last but not least, you truly fill me with such pride. Your sense of loyalty, honesty, discipline, and kindness inspire me on a daily basis. I love you so much. Thank you once again to the entire committee of the Iranian Jewish Women's Organization. I have been so fortunate to have had strong Iranian Jewish female role models who have inspired me. And I hope that events like this one and the important work of the IJWO will continue to inspire the next generation of young women to achieve even more than we can imagine. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for this incredible honor and for celebrating with me tonight.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jeannine Rahimian Sehati, for your beautiful speech. Thank you. خب، خیلی ممنون و سپاسگزار از حضور شما میهمانان عالی قدر و ارجمند. هنرمند بسیار عزیزی رو داریم امشب، آقای مهرداد. آقای مهرداد خواننده هستن، موزیسین هستن، بسیار در جامعه هنری ایرانی اینجا باز کردن و امشب اینجا حضور دارن با ترانه‌های بسیار زیبای آقای مهرداد شب رو ادامه میدیم و خوشحالیم که ایشون دعوت ما رو پذیرفتن. آقای مهرداد آماده میشن برای اجرای برنامه. خواستم تشکر و سپاس بی‌نهایت داشته باشم همچنان از رکسانا رستگار، آقای عباس حجت پناه، خانم سابرینا حلاوی، خانم نیکول فرنوش for their beautiful voices. تشکر از MT Waste برای این گلای بسیار زیبا که روی میز گذاشتن، خیلی ازشون ممنون. تشکر از ایلات مارکت صدف پروداکت، محصولات غذایی صدف که لطف کردن هدیه‌هایی دادن روی میز همه هست، میتونید برای من بشین. و یک اسپیشال تانکس از جکی هیر سالون. ایشون همیشه به من محبت دارن و خلاصه یه جوری آرایش من رو میکنن، صورت من رو درست میکنن که بتونم در خدمتتون به هر حال باشم و احتمالاً جلوه کنم. آقا جکی خیلی متشکر از همه کسانی که امشب همکاری کردن. بعد از برنامه آقای مهرداد خواهش میکنیم همه بانوان برد تشریف بیارن بالا برای عکس دست جمع.
دوستان عزیز، این گل‌های زیبا رو خانم سیمین عزیززاده رو اهدای کنید. اصیلزاده. سیمین اصیلزاده این گل‌ها رو اهدای کنید. یه دست به افتخارش رو باش بزنید. دل اسیره اسیر تا بمیره میدونی بدون تو دلم درگیره میدونی دل تگ تو دل آهنگ تو ولی بیهوده بگویم اسیر بگویم دل اسیره اسیر تا بمیره میدونی بدون تو دلم درگیره میدونی دل تگ تو دل آهنگ تو ولی بیهوده بگویم اسیر بگویم لا 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 یه دل میگه برم برم یه دلم میگه نرم نرم طاقت نداره دلم بی تو چه کنم پیشش زیبا زیبا خیلی کوچیکه دنیا با یاد تو هم هر جا حرکت نکنم سلطان قلبم تو هستی دروازه های دلم رو شکستی پیمان یاری به قلبم تو بستی با هم پیوستی اکنون اگر از بودم به هر جا فریاد دیگر نماندم دلم رو سر شدم از آرزو و تمنا ای یار زیبا یه دل میگه برم برم یه دلم میگه نرم نرم طاقت نداره دلم بی تو چه کنم پیشش دل زیبا زیبا خیلی کوچیکه دنیا با یاد تو هم هر جا حرکت نکنم سلطان قلبم تو هستی دروازه های دلم رو شکستی پیمان یاری به قلبم تو هستی با من پیوستی اکنون اگر از بدونم به هر جا فریاد دیگر نماندم دلم رو سر شدم از آرزو و تمنا ای یار زیبا مشرق برگرد این ظلمت شب با من دلدار بسان امشب شب مهتاب حبیبم رو میخواد حبیبم اگر خواب حبیبم رو میخواد خواب از و بیدارش کنی مست از و خوشحالش کنی این بلولی اومده یاد چونی اومده حال تو سفید روی تو سیاه حال تو ببینم بگردم امشب شب مهتاب حبیبم رو میخواد حبیبم اگر خواب حبیبم رو میخواد خواب از تو بیدارش کنی مست از تو هوشیارش کنی این فلونی اومده یاد چونی اومده نمنموی آمد زده بارون اومد زده بارون بیرون صورت ماهه یه کمی خیز شدن پای ساحل زد زبون دارم من اینطور که میبینم پس چشمات میشم ساکت بشینم حالا دل به دل را داری چند سالی عشقم آرزو میبینه پشت به چشمم دل به دریا زده پشت دم شب میگیرم با دلم پیدا زد چشمم جذاب زیبای خوشگل چشمات گشته قلبم تو مشته محبوب جذاب زیبای خوشگل چشمات گشته زده بارون بیرون صورت ماهه یه کمی خیز شدن پای ساحل زد زبون دارم ولی اینطور که میبینم پس چشمات میشم ساکت میشینم آی دل به دل را باره جذاب عشقم آرزو می‌بینه پشت به چشمم دل به دریا زده عاشقم شب اینجوریم با دلم پیدا زد چشمم محبور جذاب زیبای خوشگل چشمات گشته قلبم تو مشته قلبم تو مشته نغمه‌های بارون توی خیابون من شب مهمانان عزیز می‌فرمایند که گل‌های روی میز فروشیه $50 اگر مایلید به من گفتن بگم خدمتتون میکروفون دستم هر چی میخواین بگم من بگم لادر جون چی؟ هرچی جون به مجلس نغمه‌های بارون توی خیابون من شاخ گل من نیومد سایه نماز میشه واسه خودم اومد شاخ گل من نیومد وای همه خوشتیبان میکنم تو نیای بهانه میشه موقع آرزوی قلبم میتونم بسازه میشه وای همه خوشگلا میدونم در نیای بهانه میشه نغمه‌های بارون توی خیابون اومد شاخ گل من نیومد سایه نماز میشه واسه خودم اومد شاخ گل من نشستم شکستم دلو دیوونه کردم گوشه جدایی دوباره خونه کردم من خودم یاد دردم خودم یاد دردم روم خیالم دوباره سایه دیدم یه گل تو شبای هرون از باغچه چیدم درد این عشق رو کشیدم درد این عشق رو کشیدم نغمه‌های بارون توی خیابون من شاخ گل من نیومد سایه نماز شد ماه آسمون در اومد شاخ گل من وای همه بنویسا میدونم تو نگه بهانه میشه باد آرزوی قلبم میتونم بسانه میشه وای همه گلا میدونم تو نگه بهانه میشه J'ai vraiment plein la tête, un cœur d'amitié. Je pense qu'elle a fait vraiment amuser. Moi, pour tout mon grand, je suis comme ça. Ne cherchez pas d'amour, écoutez-moi. Quand toute la ville m'appelle, mon pion de l'amour. Moi, je me chante ça qui m'aime, je saurais toujours aimer. Il y a votre lettre, mon pion de l'amour. شهزاده‌ای سری کردم نشستی برپس میسپی میومدت کور کردم میرم به آتش به دلم میزد نگاهش میرم به آتش به دلم میزد نگاهش کاشکی دلم رسوا بشه شیدار بشه این چشم کامم روزی که در خمات بشه بیدار بشه اون که اومد به خوابم شهزادی رویای من شاید تویی آن کس که شب در خواب من باید تویی تو از خواب شیرین ناگه پریدم را ندیدم دیگر کنارم به خدا جونم رسیده از قصه منم هر روز و هر شب در انتظارم دست 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 به من هیچی مثل خودت نمیشه دست دیگه این شب توی این شب توی برسی به حالت نمیشه واقعا کسی که شنفتر شده خدا همسون لطف دارید واقعا یه دست خوشگل افتخارش رو خواهش میکنم بزنید بله تازه مرشن تازه دیدن خواهش میکنم تشریف کنید برای عکس چی سویم از باد بالا تیر مجرم میزنی تیر مجرم میزنی تیرم جم غم عشقت از خواهم کرد چرا میزنی یو چرا میکشی یو تو ناکنی که مجرم همه پیر شبانو تیر مجرم میزنی تیرم جم غم عشقت از خواهم کرد چرا میزنی یو چرا میکشی یو خب نازی که مجرم همه پیر شبانو خب نازی که مجرم همه خلق جوانو هر جنگ می‌پوشم موج از دریا میگیرم شیره سنگا می‌دوشم میارم ماهات خونه میرم بادر شونه همه خاک زمین میشمرم دونه به دونه اگه چشمات بگن آره هیچ کدوم کاری نداره اگه چشمات بگن آره هیچ کدوم کاری